Welcome back to the Probate Path, where I help families navigate real estate after loss with clarity, compassion, and confidence. In today's episode, we're going to talk about 5 of the most common probate mistakes that cost families thousands of dollars. These are mistakes that I see repeatedly, but the good news is they can be avoided if you know what to watch out for. So mistake number 1. Waiting too long to act. Realize that grief is real. When you lose a loved one, the last thing you want to think about is paperwork or property. So many families put off making decisions because it feels overwhelming. But here's the challenge. While you're pausing, the bills may not stop. Property taxes will keep adding up. Insurance payments are due. And if there's a mortgage, those payments just don't disappear. I've seen families wait 6 or 7 months before addressing the property, only to discover thousands in penalties, unpaid taxes, and even liens. I've heard of one family that had to pay almost $9,000 just to clear the property taxes because they delayed too long. And that was money that could have gone toward preserving their inheritance. So moving quickly doesn't mean rushing. It means taking smart first steps early so costs don't snowball. And mistake number 2, not securing the property. A vacant home is vulnerable. Think about it. An empty house can attract break-ins, vandalism, squatters, or even unnoticed damage like a leaky roof or burst pipe. I once heard about a probate property where no one checked in on the home for months. And when the family finally came back, they discovered major water damage from a pipe that burst in the winter. So by then, the repair costs had eaten away $15,000 of the estate's value. So even simple steps can protect the home, changing the locks, keeping the lights on timers, or even having a neighbor check in regularly. Securing the property is a small move that makes a big difference. The mistake number 3 is selling to the first investor who calls. The moment a probate property hits public record, investors notice. Families often start getting calls, letters, even people knocking on the door. And in that moment of stress, a quick cash sale can feel like a relief. But here's the truth and love. Many of those offers are far below market value. And families who accept the first offer often leave tens and thousands of dollars behind. I'll give you an example. An estate in Atlanta received an investor offer of $160,000. It sounded good. It was quick and easy, but after getting a proper valuation, the home sold for $225,000. That's a $65,000 difference. So imagine what the extra money meant for that family. The first offer is rarely the best offer. Mistake number 4, ignoring the legal details. Probate is a court process, and the court decides who has the authority to sell the property. And that authority rests with the executor named in the will or the administrator appointed by the court. And sometimes, in the rush to move forward, a family member who doesn't have the authority will try to sign paperwork or even accept offers. But if the court hasn't given them legal authority, those documents don't hold up. So that creates delays, added attorney fees, and sometimes even lawsuits. So I always tell families, slow down at the beginning to verify who legally has authority so it can save you months of headaches later. And mistake number 5, trying to handle everything alone. Probate is not a do-it-yourself project. It involves legal filings, court deadlines, property management, and often delicate family dynamics. So families who try to do everything by themselves often end up overwhelmed, and in the process, they lose both time and money. So one family I spoke with spent almost a year trying to handle probate on their own. And by the time they reached out for help, the property had sat vacant, so the taxes piled up, and they were emotionally exhausted. If they had started with a team from the start, an attorney, a probate real estate specialist, maybe even a financial advisor, they would have closed much sooner and kept more money in the estate. So support doesn't erase the grief, but it does protect the family's legacy. So let's recap the 5 costly mistakes families make during probate. And they are: number 1, waiting too long to act; number 2, not securing the property; number 3, selling to the first investor who calls; number 4, ignoring the legal details; and number 5, trying to handle everything alone. Each one of these can cost thousands of dollars, but each one is preventable. I realize that probate is already an emotional season. It doesn't have to become a financial burden too. So with clarity and compassion and the right guidance, families can walk through this path with confidence and preserve the value of their loved one's home. This is the Probate Path, and I'll see you in the next episode. And if your family is navigating probate right now and you're ready to talk through your options, my contact information is in the description. And as always, thank you so much for listening. Take care.